Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Movie Bae, and in this video, I'm going to be doing a review over the Traitors US Season 4, Episode 5, Colton's Orders. Okay, the Colton cult of Colton. Shout out to Michael Rappaport. Alright, but before we get into it though, I got to give y'all a preface. I got to start this video off by letting you know my opinions in this video will be highly controversial. You might not like them. You don't have to agree with them, but we're going to keep it respectful if you so choose to leave your commentary in the comment section down below. All right. With that being said, be sure you like the video, hype the video, subscribe if you're new, turn on the post notification bell so you can be alerted every time I upload. And of course, leave your respectful thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this review. So on my episode 4 review, I had wrote down a question. Let me flip to my notes. That question was, so I can quote myself verbatim, I wonder if the white boys will be outcasted like Ron. Because last night at the round table, Colton and Eric led the brigade against getting Tiffany out with little to no evidence. Colton has a feeling, and Eric thought he heard her laugh. Okay? When it comes to Colton and Eric's decision of going for and spearheading Tiffany's banishment, a majority of the cast are saying things like, "We made a mistake last night. That can't happen again." I believe that you thought that you heard what you heard. However, when it comes to Ron, everybody on his about it. Everybody on his about Portia. Where was the "we made a mistake"? We, how could we? Where was all the we's when it came to Ron and Portia? They stated that Dorinda in particular, yes, y'all Lord and Savior Dorinda, who y'all really wanted to be back on the season because, oh, she's great TV and she ain't really making no waves this season. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Okay. She had the nerve to be like, he's outcasting himself. He doesn't, every time I ask about his family, he doesn't tell me about his family. But he don't want to tell you about his family. I'm not obligated. I am not obligated to let you in on my personal life. It's giving privilege. It's giving privilege if you ask me. Then to go into the narrative that he's outcasting himself, it's been like that from day one. If you let Ron tell it, at that round table after Portia, he stated that I can't help that I was not a part of the group consensus. I was not a part of y'all's conversations. I must have been left out of that conversation. Ron's people were Dorinda and correct me if I'm wrong, I believe Steven, because they like worked on a show together or something to that effect. It's not my fault that y'all don't click with me and I don't click with y'all. I had my people gone and or now turned against me. So I'm not outcasting myself. It's been that, baby. It's been that way. It's been that way. This is nothing new. Stop trying to grasp for straws to make it make sense when it doesn't. Anyways, the number one way to piss me off at the start of episode 5 is finding out that my girl Monet is gone. When I tell you, I said, oh, because I knew it. Because I knew it. Out of the other people that they have had up for elimination or that they narrowed down to, Steven and Tara, Monet saying Lisa's name was literally the nail in the coffin. And I am upset with you, Candace, because Monet told you that in secrecy, in privacy. Nobody else knows. I mean, you don't know that nobody else knows, but come on, man. And I wrote in my notes, black people wrap it up. Boo, tomato, tomato. I'm sorry, I had to say it. All my people, they dropping like flies. They dropping like flies around here, all right? Now, there are a handful of people, however, that are hip to Colton's game. Okay? There are some people that are hip to Colton's game. Kristen, Top Shelf, Miss Top Shelf, she's one of them. And Michael, of course. So they're talking about it after breakfast, and they're like, why did we follow him? Why? I don't know why. Why did y'all follow him? Why? It's giving the blind leading the blind. It's giving sheep mentality. Herd mentality. That's what it's giving. Because Colton had no evidence on Tiffany. Ron heard Portia have a slip of the tongue 4 times, and other people were in that room. That's evidence. That's why y'all went with that. But Colton can say that the sky is orange, and y'all would say, it sure is, Colton. Interesting. Why did y'all follow him? Well, I put in my notes, only Michael and Top Chef Kristen smell the coffee. Let's talk about Ron, because Colton's talking about Ron. They state that Ron comes alive at the round table. Like I previously stated, I don't have to talk to you. We don't have to be friends. This ain't Big Brother. It's Traitors. I'm trying to figure out who the traitors are, and I state my opinion based off what I've seen and heard. That's the name of the game. I don't gotta be your friend. You ain't my good Judy. Anyways, Top Chef Kristen says that she takes up a run. Oh yeah, because Colton also like, he comes alive at the round table. He doesn't do anything in the missions. What the? So you just giving reasons as to why we could eliminate him, and it's no dirt off our shoulders. Like what? He don't contribute for real to the money or something? So Top Chef Kristen, she was like, well, in his defense, he is a team player when we're on the missions, okay? And Kristen's like, I gotta keep my eye on Colton. And I said, yeah, do that. And even though Colton is not a traitor, and I know this, she doesn't know this, but I know that Colton is not a traitor. We know that Colton's not a traitor, right? However, we do need to keep an eye on him, because just how like everybody was like, oh, how could Ron just sway all of our votes just like that? Y'all need to be asking yourself the same thing about Colton. How could this man, with no evidence, say this is what it is, this is law, and the majority of the table vote with him? That's crazy. That's insane. Movie Bay, you're forgetting about Eric. Yeah, Eric with his trained ear. Stop it. Please miss me with the shit, okay? Anyways, in my opinion, Colton wants to be Peter so bad. Colton wants to be Peter so bad. You cannot compete where you don't compare, baby. It's not giving that for you. Give it up. Hang it up, black screen. Okay? Anyways, the particular challenge in this episode, we could get into it real quick, because there is a twist, and the twist of this challenge is if no one takes a shield, then no one will be unalived by the traitors. Of course, the traitors want people to take shields because they want to unalive. However, how the faithful are lost and confused and picking each other off, do y'all really need to? I mean, I guess it'll get the numbers down faster, right? And Colton specifically, is thinking about taking the shields. And because he thinks that he's a target now that he done got it wrong. Baby, everybody's still sniffing your ass. Don't worry about it. And then Dorinda's group, Dorinda and Natalie specifically. Natalie's like, I just don't trust them to not. So I want to do it for myself. It gives Survivor. I understand that. Dorinda, shut up. I wasn't here for her last season, and I damn sure wasn't here for her fans. Because y'all came at Bob, and she came at Bob at the reunion. Bitch, I don't know you. It's nothing personal. I got rid of you because you were the person who we got rid of. Period, point blank. And then the fans kept on lying. Oh, she's green TV. I haven't seen it. Not on this show. I haven't seen it. So, miss me once again with that, okay? So, pre-banishment, we got Colton versus Michael, okay? Colton versus Michael. And Colton is basically questioning Michael, making like sly comments. Oh, what does Alan do in the turret? Blah, blah, blah. Whoop-de-whoop, right? And Michael is just like, you know what? You should be a little more humble. You really should be laying in the cut, because you really got a faithful up out of here. You spearheaded. You were the leader, the group leader of getting Tiffany up out of here, and you was loud and wrong. But yet here you are, yet again, pointing your fingers when you should really just chill, observe, and try to recalculate. Because obviously your senses, your spidey senses, they not tingling. Your sniffer is off. Okay, your taste palette, it's something's wrong with it. You need to go back to the drawing board. That's what Michael is saying. And I concur, Michael. I concur on that. However, here goes Colton. Oh, if I miss, I'm shooting again. If I miss my shot, I'm going to shoot again. I'm shooting at you. It's giving privilege, but okay. Go off, sir. Michael lets him know you are a bad leader, you are a traitor, and you are a manipulator. And baby, when I tell you all those things came to fruition at the round table, everything came to fruition at the round table. So let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Make sure y'all liking the video, hyping the video, and leave me your thoughts in the comments. Michael made the comment that if anybody could hold a secret, Nobody better to hold a secret than you. Points at Colton. Now, I'm not going to hold you. I said, ooh. I had to pause and write that down. I said, oh, Michael, you got him with that one. Because at breakfast, especially in this episode, if you didn't know Colton's backstory, it was revealed that Colton was, quote unquote, in the closet for umpteenth years. He played in the NFL. He went on The Bachelor with female suitors, knowing that he was... Exactly. So when Michael made his comment, Michael stated he didn't mean it as it pertained to Colton's personal life. He meant it as it pertained to the game. And I said, Michael, don't backtrack. Say it with your motherfucking chest. Because did you lie? But are you wrong? He's not. Michael didn't lie. Michael isn't wrong. If anybody could keep a secret, it's you. It's you. And there's nothing wrong with a mass-presenting man, okay, being in the closet. I mean, it is something wrong with that. It is something wrong with that. However, I'm saying I understand why he would be, especially as an athlete, a pro athlete. Now, here is my thing. When your bitch ass, yep, I said it, when you went on The Bachelor as a cis heterosexual male, knowing that you had these feelings and these inklings in your spirit, I thought I was straight. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You did not convince yourself that you, no. You knew. I don't care if it was at the tip of your tongue or in the back of your mind, you knew. And you wasted 30 women's times, played in their faces, acting like you was straight, acting like you was attracted to them. You didn't have to go on The Bachelor. That opportunity came to you and you took it. You did not have to go on The Bachelor. You kept that secret, and there ain't no better person on this show to keep a secret than you. Was Michael wrong? He was not. Oh, I made the comment. Rob said, commiserating means that you're feeling sorry for someone. Please stop using that word. That is so something I would say. Just like when people say conversating. It's conversing. Can you please stop saying? That just made me laugh. That just made me laugh. But anyways, before I go on to the votes, let's talk about Ron and Donna. Okay. Dorinda, who cares? Dorinda calls Ron a housewife hunter. Because now Ron, of course, went for Portia, and he's now suspicious of Dorinda, but he's suspicious of Dorinda because of Michael. Okay? Excuse me, because Dorinda is one of the only people that take up for Michael, as was Tiffany. So makes sense why Ron's suspicions are on these people. She comes with that, you don't tell me about your family. Everybody has told me about. He said, I don't have to tell you about my damn family. I don't have to. We're not friends. I do not have to confide in you. I don't have to tell you about my background. I gotta tell you about who I am and where I grew up at. And I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. Like, what? So now you think I'm a traitor because I don't confide in you about my personal life. That's stupid. That's dumb. So then you got people like Natalie. Ooh, Natalie, you hurt my heart on this one, sis. Now you got people like Natalie who wants to vote for Michael solely off of the comment that he stated about Colton. Michael did say, I did not mean it as it came to his personal life. I meant it in the game. They don't care how he meant it. They felt like he was wrong. He said, take it how you take it. Shit. That's how I feel about it. Take it how you want to take it. I don't give a fuck. But for people to vote Michael off solely off of that comment, to me, I'm not fucking with it. If y'all wanted to get Michael off of this table, he's been loud. He's been brass. He's been insulting since episode 1. If y'all wanted to really get him off, I would have respected y'all more if y'all had got him off at the first round table. I would have. Because I would have been like, yeah, this is something I ain't really rocking with this energy, this tense, the argument. I'm not here for it. I would have more respect for y'all for voting him off then. But to wait until he says something against Colton, something that's offensive, could be offensive. Colton obviously took it offensively. Because it's true. Just saying. Now y'all want to vote him out. If I was Michael, I ain't even gonna hug you. If I was Michael, I would have quit. Don't even write it down. I'ma leave. Now y'all gonna have to vote for somebody else. Y'all wanna know who that vote would have been for? It would have been for Ron. Wanna know why? Because who fucking knows? Because he was loud and wrong. But yeah, you got Colton who's loud and wrong. You had Eric who was loud and wrong. But nobody's paying attention to them. Everybody still, most of these people are still on their dick about it. But Ron can't catch a break, and neither can Michael. Long story short, Michael is the one who is eliminated, and he reveals that he is a faithful. And that's when I was like, I don't care at this point. I don't care what you get up there and say. I want you gone. All right. His name is circulating because you got my top chef, Kristen. You got, I believe it was Steven and maybe Tara. I think that's who they were talking to. But they were like, we need to keep, and Eric. Yeah, and Eric. They were like, we need to keep our eye on Colton. I'm not saying he's a traitor, but it's definitely something we need to watch because I've been keeping names of the people who names he's been throwing. He's been throwing out names, and he has the power to influence. It hurts by the masses, and he don't even need to have proof. He just needs to feel that way, and they gonna his dick on it. What? Because he's handsome? Ew. Like what? Stop it. If you can even say that, because this picture is not flattering for you. It's not giving. Colton then starts saying Lisa's name. Not only is he saying Lisa's name, he's saying Lisa's name around Rob. And he lists off a laundry list of things as to why. He asks, oh yes, and they're, we love you, Colton. We love you. We're here for you, Colton. We did that for you, Colton. Now let's get back to the game. Yeah, speaking of the game, because at the round table, you was so distraught. At the round table, you had your hand in your head and you was so stressed and you was turning red up. You was on mute. You was on hush mode at that round table. And now that your agenda has been fulfilled, all right, let's get back to the game. Manipulator. I'm with you, Michael. Okay. Anyways, Colton is saying Lisa's name. He asked Dorinda, is she usually this quiet? Yeah, she's really quiet. That's suspicious. Looks around the room. Who else is picking up what I'm putting down? Oh, yeah. And she voted for Portia. Oh, yeah. And she always has her sunglasses on. Oh, yeah. And she's so dramatic at the breakfast table. Oh, yeah. And she had the best description of the murder because she was there, duh. Now, even though he's right on this one, I don't like how he be going about it. I really don't. He wants to be Peter so bad. So badly he wants to be Peter. Anyhow, this is when I found out that Rob is aligned with Colton. I mean, you could have suspected it, but I just didn't know it for real. But Rob goes to the Traitors Tower. He shares his information with his fellow traitors. In his confessional, it made it seem like he wasn't going to tell. But at the Traitors Tower, he told. Shout out to you for that. And Lisa wants Colton gone. Gone. However, right now, it's not a smart move. If Colton only had that conversation with Rob, sure. But it was other people in that room. Jam was one of them. Rob and somebody else. I don't know. It was Dorinda. It was other people in that room. So it would definitely probably not to Dorinda, but to Jam. He definitely would have picked up on that and be like, yeah, it has to be Lisa. So Lisa, as bad as you want him gone, it's too obvious right now. So you're going to have to, as bad as I want him gone, it's too obvious right now. You're going to have to chill out on that for just a little bit. All right. Well, everybody, thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. Be sure you like the video, hype the video, leave your respectful thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. I said what I said, and I feel how I feel. And it is what it is. Okay, period. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye.